welcome back to our native AI application where we build applications that are using natively AI. So today we are continuing with our application. So think of this. Think of you building specific app and or think of you following up on the current trends. There's a lot of things that are happening, a lot, and you cannot sometimes keep up with that information. But what if you have a way to keep the information, to organize the information, but also to be well updated? That's why we are working on this new application, and specifically for that it's called not vote. This not vote is beyond just note taking, because most of the note taking, they are just for you to write something, to save that information for remembering and the like. They have no knowledge, no intelligence, no capability. But what if I tell you that a not vote is a specific knowledge that you gonna have, and is going to help you become better and smarter and way ahead? How does it do that? First of all, it gives you the chance to take note of anything on the browser. Anything. Yes, that's number one. You can take note of anything in any way. But that's it's basic, right? You can say that I can do that already. All right. Now, what about that information after you gather the information? What do you do after that? Then that's where now the agentic AI comes into place. As you can see, there is capabilities and power that are empowering this system, which helps the system to be now more aware on its own. So it's powered with AI. It's powered with knowledge and capabilities that from the how can I say, like, when we talk about native, is like the app is working naturally with AI. That's exactly what we have here. I have number of as you can see, number of notes, and remember this is 3D, so I can do whatever, which is not the main thing here. Yeah, you can do a lot, but one of the thing now you can do is taking note, which I'm saying. So let's say, like, here is two way. I can take note of the whole page, which is not ideal, especially for pages like this. Social media comes with a lot of chunks, so you are not going to have a specific key, and when you gather them together, you are going to miss a big thing out of it. But it's all about what you want to gather. So if you want to gather specific information, let's say like only this one, you can just highlight that, and you can either press Control, and here you get two buttons. These are coming from our amazing note vote. So you have this button here which will help you to do the note, save as a note, but you have another button here which will explain to you what you are seeing. This is more important for someone who is browsing the web, meeting the information, and they feel like, what is happening here? What are they talking about? What should I gather from this particular information? So that's exactly why we pressed this button there, to make sure that you can be able to click that information, and then it will do the explanation. But what it does now, it gathers this information and it push them to your note. But you can do otherwise. You can either go to the note and see that. And apart from that, so you can say, I wanna explain the whole page, because that's the main part. I wanna understand the whole page. What does the page talking about? What is all about here? So let's say we are here. let's say we are in this same page. Now I open it as a dedicated page because that's easy way, because you want to understand, you want to read, you want to see what is there. I will close this. I think it's not necessary. Yeah. So you want to get to know this, and this comes with all these comments, all this information. So you will just you just come here anywhere. You don't need to be anywhere. You just like click there. You see, you go to note vote, 3D note taking, and you choose explain this page. And you can see here now, it's starting to analyze the page, and it can do that in a special way. Actually, now I remember one thing that we are going to add, which is the effect of the process. Actually, we are going to add the process of scan analyzing, which is going to be way better. And you can see now, these are the information that has returned, and the very clear to the point. And I'm sure I will need to get rid of the markdown because I don't need to see the markdown all over there, right? Yeah. So we have that information, main topic and key point, da 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 da. Actually, let me do that change right now so that I will not miss that. Yeah, because if I don't do it right now, I will not do it some other time. So yeah, let me do it right now. Let me do it. Let me change that right now, because I need to pass that markdown so that it can be more readable and more friendly and more clear, which is one of the things that we are focusing on. We are focusing on making the data so good for everyone, right? Good. All right, and let me go back here quickly, and that should be the explained content. Yep. Two. All right, there we go. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so I'm adding the markdown formatter so that we have clear information at the end of the day, not to have the markdown data like that. It doesn't look as easy as we want, you know. When you are reading, you need to be reading clearly and easy without struggling, stressing now to start. It's no good. It's really not a way we want to make it for you and for everyone. Okay, good. So here what we are going to do, I can go delete here, that comes here. Yep. Okay. All right, so I have added the markdown format so that we have a little bit more clean and clear markdown data, which is what you need, is what I need, is what everyone needs to be able to read clearly, to see the content easily, and also to be able to follow it without stress. Good. So what I'm going to do quickly here is also to reload the notebook, because remember, this is, if you haven't worked on any extension, please go to my GitHub and grab this extension, start looking at the code format. It might be complex, but you need to look to start somewhere, and you need to start doing something. Yeah, so is that, let me show you my the actual notebook. So it's here. You go here, grab this, do whatever you want, if you want to practice, if you want to run in your device Chrome. With the new AI feature, you need to have your own key if you want to do the AI feature, because we haven't deployed it so that you can be able to get all the information, all the data, all the features direct from us. Yeah. But yeah, after reloading that, I think I'm done. I'm good. Yeah, I'm good there. I can go back here and I will expect to have different result. Yeah, so that's number one. But number two, the another feature that is so much good for me, I love it most, is when you are writing things. So let's say you are writing content. This is special. I love this. Remember, now you can do any of this on any website as long as that you have this extension. So let's say I want to write a post. So I have this post that I'm saying, okay, I just got this thing, I saw this blah blah blah, and it's so amazing. Please go and give it a shot, try it out, see what you can do with it. And you see this, you say, okay, when you are writing this, there's a lot of things. Trust me, one of the things, if you have ever passed through the table or sit on the chair as a student, you know that you can write things, but it's good when someone else also look at that content that you wrote and give you feedback. But now with AI, you don't need that particular person anymore. You have all the things under control. And that's where it comes to the use of the next thing that I'm so much excited about. Yeah. Another feature that you can do here is if I control A, I have all of these buttons. This is the one you saw already. You can save as a note, but this you can do the explanation. You don't need to do that. But now from here going back, these are fully AI tools that can help you to write properly your content. Remember, these tools here, they are not going to manipulate your content to lose your tone, because that's one of the problem these days. People want to make AI do everything, which is good and bad, because at the end of the day your brain has to be functioning, and when you are communicating to other people, it's the best way and it's advisable to use your own words, your own language, your own tone to communicate. And that's why you write the post and you use AI to be like that friend who will not write your thing, but they will be there to advise you, like, I think this word could be like this. What if you change this post like this? So here we have proofread, which is number one best way to use it. You have to proofread any content you write before you press send, before you press post. Please take time and proofread that. And here we have refine. Refine, it's kind of a little bit changing, add a little bit sweetness, a little bit, but doesn't lose the tone that you are using. And here we have expand. This now, it's when you are like, you know what, I want to make this a little bit longer, a little bit bigger, a little bit detailed. You can press expand and it will do that. And the next here, if you have a lot you have used a lot of AI tool, and then you think like, no, it doesn't sound like at all human. This button here helps you to humanize that particular content. And the last but not least is this one. This one is my favorite because this one gives me or gives you the chance to use the environment you are in as a chatbot. Why? Because with this here, generate, what it does, it takes whatever you're writing there and whatever instruction you can say and follow the instruction you are going to say there. So I can even say, write this as a poem. If I say write this as a poem, this as a poem, and then I do this. So this, when I use generate, generate will use this as instruction. It doesn't have a primary prompt. If you haven't done any application on AI, trust me, all the buttons you see here, they are backed up with a prompt that when you press that, it will take the information and tell the AI what to do on the content that you are passing. But different from this, there is no instruction. It's going to expect instructions that are with the text. So that's the difference. I'm talking so technical because I know some of you, you know technical terms, so it will be easy to understand. So every button here, whatever it does, or if you see any button in any application that they say is agentic, is AI, it uses AI, know that there's a prompt that is used on the back end which instructs the AI on what to do. Otherwise, it's not about buttons. And we go back to when I think when I started developing, because I started developing on Android development, and if you have ever used XML to build the UI, you can build amazing UI, but until you put some Java code, which is also that code has to specify specific thing. But also if you have used any, you know that even if the simple app like calculator, if you can put one and you can tell it to do other things, it's you deciding. So the text here has totally nothing to do with the content, but because of the user interface, you align the expected result to what is being shown. Yeah, definitely. So that's another topic for another time with another discussion. But that's how easy and how straight it can go. Let me reload, because whenever you do this, which is reloading, then you are invalidating the previous extension, which cannot work which cannot be able to function. So that's happened because I'm in the development mode, so I'm going to be changing things around. So, and then now when you change things on the extension, when you reload the extension, you need also to reload the page so that you can be able to do exactly what you have been doing. So if you go there and you press that, then you get this button here, which is generating and passing. So you see, now I chanced upon a digital, I love this poem. I chanced upon digital gem today, a Chrome extension in quite a way. It lets me manage, mod and mend the data flow that never end. No more chaos in tabs. Oh, this is beautiful. This is really beautiful. You see, now this is the good part of that particular button. And you see here, you have three options. You can either replace. When you replace, means that it's replacing the text on the where you are working on, or append, or copy. So if you replace that, they will go to do that. All right. So remember, there is also the size of the text at the end of the day. Good. But mostly you use that when you know what you are doing. Mostly you might be like coming here only and you do that and you say, no, I just need to do the proofread. You just need to do the proofread, and there it does the proofread. I just came across that, and then boom, you are done. Very easy, very straight, amazing. Now the good part is, oh, this that's why I'm saying learn how to build in any way and build solutions first that are going to help you, because you cannot jump to help other people when you have a lot of issues that you are facing as a developer and also a writer. You communicate using text in everyday life. You need tool like this, because trust me, review of your text, review of your written piece is important, very much important, and yeah, very very much important. So I'm sure this use case, it meets a lot of people around there, but that's not everything, because there is a lot that are being done. Because remember, what we are building native AI application. Native AI application has to be using AI naturally. You don't need to scream that this is AI. No, you don't need to do that. You don't need to scream that it uses AI. No, that's no longer the case. I will take you back to the actual extension, to the application itself. Okay, what it does here, so I'm your assistant, I can help you with support. So when you open for editing, okay, this is already page explanation post. This is one of the page we click the explanation, if you remember. Yes, so you can see how it formatted your text. Ooh, I love this already. Can you imagine this was being done on the background, and you have all this information, but also you have the link? So you are now going to be more smart, more, you understand things in a way that they cannot imagine, because from the simple part, you have managed to understand this. Let's go through this first, because yeah, let's go through this slowly, step by step. So, okay, comprehensive explanation and summary of the LinkedIn posts. Main topic and key point. The LinkedIn post by this guy highlights the launch of an open source resource called the AI Engineer Toolkit. The core, and that was this one. Yeah, AI Engineer Toolkit. Yeah, good. Let's go together. So, all right, the AI is doing the magic. Highlight the launch of open source offering is an comprehensive list of 10 plus libraries and framework related to large language models, LLMs, organized into 9 major categories: vector database, orchestration and workflow, agentic framework, training and fine-tuning, inference and savings, safety and security, evaluation and quality, model management, AI app development. Okay, this is already interesting. So now you have this detailed information that you could not get from the simple page which somebody just wrote without giving you clear information. I love this already. Like, seriously, I really love this. Now I'm interested to go to see this page, to see the details, to gather this information. But also, that's another part. So at the end of the day, yeah, as you can see here, AI is continuing doing the work on the background. So bookmark current page reasons. The current page information is undefined. It's just that. There's a lot of work that is going on in the background, because this is native AI. So it's looking at things, fixing things, gathering information, making sure that you are always the smartest and informed individual on this universe. That's what we, when we say native AI application, that's what we want. You to be the most informed and most intelligent. AI should make us most intelligent people ever lived on the earth. And that cannot be just to do things. That has to be making the information so easy to choose, so easy to remember, so easy to understand. Talking about remembering, this particular, oh my god, I love this particular part. This particular app, which is powered by agentic AI, has some other features that will help you to test your knowledge on the note you are taking. Because remember, you can take a lot of notes. You can take a lot of good notes that you want to refer but you never read. So you can get a summary to understand, but also you can test your knowledge on what information have you gathered actually maybe the whole week. You test yourself. Okay, what did I read about this week? What did I learn about the last week? Things like that. Okay, did I press any changes? I didn't add any change unless AI introduced some changes. But yeah, use the list to keep paste. Da, 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 da. Alright, I will say I don't remember if I changed anything. But okay, let's see here. There's no update so far. Good. So we have this one which will give you suggestion. This button gather all the information, all the notifications that you need to know and you need to do. I forgot to show you one more thing here. Let's see. Yeah, there's another thing that is doing on the background is assessing and analyzing the information on this page. But also I can do, normally I can do full analyze. Maybe I want to understand, okay, what is the content of this page? So this is full analyze of the content. The AI going through, look at the content concept, look at the value, and it gives me back the assessment. Here it is what it's called. I love this. This is why it makes me love the AI, native AI application, because you go beyond the basic usage of AI. You go beyond just chatbot. No, this is not chatbot. This is not basic chatbot. No. This is out of that level. So, improvement suggestion, add more details, include examples, and I can take this. But also here we have the general AI analyzer and variable using basic heuristic, emotional tone is neutral, quality assessment is 8 out of 10, content quality, priority level, medium, things like that. So I can either save this analysis, I can apply suggestions, I can cross, whatever I want. It's amazing. But also, I didn't show you here, you can do more with the content you have by either continue writing, humanize, repurpose, brainstorm idea from the content. That is where this, when you're doing brainstorming, it gives you more other options that you can use the content you have written. Let's say you wrote this information and you haven't figured out what you can do with the information you have. This is the chance now to do more by brainstorming, like what can I do? Well, what aids should I do? And if you have checked well, everywhere there is explain. Why we have explain button a lot? Explain button helps you to learn more, to learn about the information. Because remember, some of these notes are not created by you, didn't write them, you just highlighted a certain segment of text and you pushed them. So you saved them as a note, like, okay, I think this is good, let me save, and let me save this as a note. I want to understand this because I saw this website, Y Combinator. I think you have heard about them, but the main part is Trace.so. Trace.so, they are doing something interesting, and they have defined a problem and defined their solution. Let's go through the problem. The problem is most teams lose da 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 da. But now, maybe this doesn't make sense. But you think like, okay, I will save this. Why not? I'll save this. So you just save that as a note. This has been saved as a note. And when we go back to our note here, we have our note saved. Okay, have our note saved. Ooh, somewhere here. Yeah, this is the note. But maybe it doesn't make sense still. That's where we come here to use this button for explaining, because you need to be the smartest guy ever lived. How you become smartest guy is by understanding the content, context, and information in a very, very well. So let's see what they are explaining it in a very simple way. So here it is, simplified explanation. Trace solve the problem of wasted time and inefficiency in teams by using AI to handle repetitive tasks. Most teams waste a lot of time in routine work like updating documents, coordinating schedules, or answering support requests. Trace automate these tasks using AI agents, which can pass work between themselves and real people seamlessly. This sounds good. This keep work moving smoothly without losing context or control. Key concept: loss of productivity due to manual tasks, AI automation for repetitive work, collaboration between AI and human, task routing and workflow management, data security and permission. Now this is what makes me love this most, because now this is opening my eyes in a different way. Like, wait, this is so gold. Like the information they share there and the explanation gives me more information that I now think about something else. I'm thinking about brainstorming around this idea so that I can build another tool that can do even better after understanding. So, when you understand the information, you get a chance to look, when you get a chance to look at the information, understand it, come closer to the information, be able to navigate the ins and outs of the information. You get there's a different light bulb that goes on in you, and that's what you need. That's why we have explained almost in every part of your content. You are going through the content, you don't understand it, press explain. You are going through the book, you don't understand, press explain. The website is giving you information, you are reading about some information, press explain. Because you are supposed to ask someone, but with AI, you don't need that someone anymore. You can place explain in almost everything that you are coming into contact with. Yeah. So let's see here. This is where I love it. Think of Trace like a smart assistant that knows when to do things on your behalf and when to hand it off to a teammate. Just like a well coordinated team in a restaurant kitchen. Okay, that's good. That's good. Example, instead of someone manually updating a project status in a document every day, imagine, think of that. You know, there's some people who are paid to check a certain website and to know to look at the specific information on the website, to get what they are posting on that website, that information which has been posted on that website, and they report that Monday to Friday. That's their work. Did you know that? But now these guys are facilitating that, and you don't need to go to Tracy to solve that problem, but you understanding the problem, you start now seeing some other options. Here is, you see, because of the explanation now, I see where I can do these particular things, where I can do this information. So here it says, but here it says also again, if a customer asks a common question, Trace can route it to an AI chatbot, but if a complex, it sends it direct to the right support team. When a new task comes in, Trace know who should handle it based on the past behavior and current workload. So imagine now, let's look at the simple things, simple application. Now I see another application that you can build. You can build right now. You don't need to build the one that is already there, but you can still listen build, but forget about that. The another application is workload. Maybe you're working at a certain company, but there's no clearance of who is having a heavy workload at a certain specific time and days. How can you know that? By using very simple three things. Maybe you can create, if it's all about coding, you can either create a VS Code extension that will track that. If it's mostly based on the web, you can create extension which is like this, which will be able to tell and inform. There's a lot of ways that you can track, but I think I love this. This is a good idea that I think I will save the whole thing here as a new note. Now I have a new note from the explanation of this. Is that not so nice? Trust me, this makes me feel like yes, the future is right here. Yeah, the future is really right here. Yeah. Okay. Good. Getting inspiration from the inspiration. Yeah, that's nice. That's really powerful. Okay. All right. Good. So you see, there's a lot of things that you can end up doing, and you see this was created automatic. It was given the specific. Now I told you about the background, it has been analyzed, and if we want to view details here, we can see this is 9%. Why? Key insight, Trace present a comprehensive solution to work. Wow, this is really agentic app. This was done, I didn't press any button apart from just creating that, but now I have this information which is helpful, optimistic, solution oriented, the content that we created. Remember, we created the content using that. But now let's see the action. Let's see the action that I can take. Action number one. That's when you know you are working with the native AI application. Action number one. They're telling me I can do the research, trace platform capability further. That's one. Number two, evaluate AI agent integration in current workflow, explore potential implementation of similar AI native workspace solution, analyze team productivity losses from repetitive tasks, investigate this or these insights. You cannot get them from the general application that we use every day. No, you cannot. Trust me, no matter how much you write your script or your queries, you cannot get this level of value. This is high level. This is really high level of value that you get when you are using native applications like this. And look, improvement suggestion. They're still giving you a chance to improve, but also here is going related topics. So looking at the content within, there is related topic like robotic process automation, workplace collaboration tool. Oh, now this is so good. This is so good. I don't know. I don't know. Apply suggestions. Applied suggestions. Here the suggestions are a suggestion include specific, add quantitative, clear, technical, expand, security, action item, research, da 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 da. Oh, this is another level. I can look it again. I can also press save analysis and that has been saved. Amazing. Oh, hmm. How can you miss this? This is the use. Actually, I don't know. I will not say again because whenever I think about native AI application, it moves my mind. It moves my mind. And now when you are using, you can be able to make it the way you want it, as we are doing here. It looks even way better. Let's see this. It works way better. Way better. Wow. I don't know. I will not start there. I will not start there. But yeah, you see the opportunities are endlessly and the possibilities are infinity. It's just you to choose how to format and to make it work. So yeah, that's how native AI application should be working. You should be able to do things seamlessly without collisions. When you are doing things or when things are happening, they should happen as if there is no struggle, because there shouldn't be struggles when you are using AI native application. There should be no struggle, there should be no fight, there should be no issues on this particular thing. Because why should you struggle? Why? Why exactly should you be struggling? So now you are able to write properly, you are able to write content in a very smart way, also using your tongue, your tone, yes, not tongue, because at the end of the day you are using your tongue. Using your tone, so it's only that it's make sure that it proofread, which you need that. You need to proofread your text no matter who you are, no matter how good you are. Proofread when you are sharing things to the world, it's necessary. Why should you share a mistake that you shouldn't be sharing? Because if there's some way that you can ask someone to reread your text, and they can reread your text and give you the feedback and work on that feedback, then you are good to go using the AI to do that particular task. I will not post that for now. But now let me take you to another part, another use case. Another use case that this is going to help you. I should stop here. I should stop there. But I have to add some more feature on this. What feature do you think we should add more before I continue with the other part? Because yes, there's a lot can be done. What other feature do you think our native AI application can use, can benefit from, and can be. I'm reading these suggestions because these suggestions are coming from these, looking at the content, looking at the information here, and it comes up with those suggestions like, okay, wait, what if you do this, what if you do that, what if you change things around here, and yeah. So what other changes you are suggesting that you think we can include here? Other feature. What feature do you think will add value to you, will convince you to use this not vote? Because yes, the possibilities are endlessly, and we can add whatever feature we want. We can change things around here, and we can make this work the way we want. But how can we make you the first use of this? I will not do that. I will not change that. Okay, no, not that. Not that. Yeah. Let's go to dev.2, because dev.2, if you spend a lot of time in these tools where you can read things and look at things that are being shared, this tool is for you, because you cannot read everything. But you don't need to search again, because like here, let's say dev.2, they post every day. Look at, not only every day, almost every minute, because look at this change in differences. 3 minutes ago, this is 19, this is 19, this is 19, this is 19, or also this, all of these are posted today, and how long they are: 3 minutes, 2 minutes, 2 minute read, 2 minutes, 5 minutes read. So you cannot be on this particular pace. It's like impossible, because it's like yesterday when I was going through, I saw this and I was like, wait, Kiro? So Kiro comparing to Casa? What is that? You cannot keep up the pace unless you have tools that are going to help you become more smart and more informed, like the note that we are talking about. And sometimes you don't need to waste a lot of time. You just need to get a clear explanation about the content. So who can do the proper explanation? You don't need to read this. You need someone who can chew the information, make the information clear, and keep the information where you can look at, you can find them when you have time. It's way, way better the way I look at it. I don't know how you think about it, but to me, I think that's how you use AI to stay ahead of 99%. Yeah, you stay ahead of a lot of people if you get the information when you need it, and you get the very clear information in your corner. There is a corner like information are gathered, information are placed, information are kept. And when you go there, you don't need to hustle to understand that particular information. No, you just need to go there and search or look at the information, or go to the AI and get the information out. And as you can see, we don't have the chatbot here. I don't have where you have to chat with what you chat with what. There's no such thing here, because chatting is almost everywhere. So you don't need to have another chat here. If I put another chat here, then the whole thing, the whole native capability are going to be equal to chatbot. Why should we waste all of that? No, we shouldn't. We are moving away from chatbot. We move toward native AI, and the native AI is going to facilitate you when you need it. And if you don't need it, it's going to make information ready to be used. So you have all the information ready, prepared, and well, well formatted for you to become smart, amazing, and good at that. Let me see, where was I? I was on a certain page. It was this page. No, I don't even remember the page. This one, yeah. Yeah, so that's the way to go. Information are coming every day. And now the good thing of having this particular extension is, which we are also going to add, the possibility for you to sign with your online account, so that when you move to another browser, you don't need to start from scratch. That's another part. That's another feature that we are working on, that you just need to sync this information to your online account, and then you go to this other account, this other browser, and you sync the information, and you have all the note from the other browser to the new browser. Easy, quick, and tirelessly. No need for you to struggle. The thing about you hustling to get the information, or to have the information easily, it should be the odd thing. It should be the odd thing that no longer, it's not even funny anymore. It's not even funny. I'm thinking also of adding some of the entertainment part. One of the entertainment part I want to add is, what do you think if we keep this, we add some of this, not dancing when you are playing a music? What do you think? Because I think it will look good. So you use them as, let's say, when you play a sound and then they react to that, because the main part is, this note has to be as friendly as possible for you to be going back and forth, getting all the information, remain, and be as smart as you can be. But for us to bring you back and forth here, we need to find a way to create gamification point that will make you benefit. So yeah, we'll take any feedback also, if you have some of the gamification ideas that you think will help someone who need to keep information, but also who need to be smart, to be able to come back to the source of their smartness, which is not what. Yeah. I think my time should be running out. Let me see. I have a very limited time for today, because normally, yeah. But yeah, if you want, please go to my GitHub. It should be this one. No, this. Where is my GitHub? Okay, it should be open somewhere here. And if it's not, I can open it quickly. Yeah. Lab knowledge. Yeah. So go to this GitHub, get this extension. How to load it? It's easy. You just go download it, and then when you have it in your computer, go to extension here. You see this button? I hope you see that on your browser. No, you cannot see that. Yeah, you can't see that. I see. But there's a button on your browser about extension, and you go to the manage extension. Let me see if I can be able to see that. This one. Okay, window. Yeah, and this goes to always on top. So if you go to your extension here, you go to your browser, you click here, on the extensions. They will list all the extensions that are there, but the main part is go to the manage extension. When you go to the manage extensions, you get here where there is all the information about the extensions that you have. If it's your first time to be here, this developer mode will be off. The developer mode will be off. Turn it on so that you can be able to get load unpacked, because you are not downloading it. We haven't uploaded it on Google extension space or Google markets, whatever. So you need to load it from your device. So you just press this button, it will show now all your files. Locate the folder where you have downloaded if it's in download, and then you go into NoteVault folder. Make sure you are into NoteVault folder and select as that folder, and then there it will be loaded to be given the ID and everything, and you are going to be able to start using. If you do that, one thing you should know is the AI is not the key. We are not sending the key with this package, so the AI will not be functioning, but you can do the rest of the thing as saving notes and the like. If you want to do the AI features, you need to go back here, you need to go to the setting here, and the setting here, that's where you can set the API key. We are using Quen, but you'll be able to choose to change Quen to OpenAI and any other AI provider. You just need to provide the base URL, but also you need to provide the model name. Base URL, the model name, and the API key if you are using at all API key. If you are using local model, you know what it means. You don't need that. You just say those things, base URL, model, and fake API key, and you are good to go, and you'll be starting enjoying the capabilities of, did I press reload? Yeah, the capability of AI in the native agentic application. I don't know, man. This is the way to go. Yeah, let's end here today. Let's end here today. Tell me what you think. Go through this. Go read your note. Go do whatever you want. It's open source, so you can download this right now and add the way you want. Yeah, you can do that right now. You can do it right now. Go do that. Go do that. And it is these buttons here that helps you to do things, to align things accordingly. You can zoom in. This is home when you have few, but when you have many, you need to do the little bit back so that you can see all of them, but also you can mix them together. And when you take your cursor to the note, the note will appear. What does that gives you the chance to read that particular note in 3D view. Yes, you heard that correct. Yeah, when you go to the note, the note will open up and you can be able to read it in 3D environment. Yeah, as you can see now, because it's not in front, it will open as it's supposed to do, and you can see it's behind some of the things. So if you are seeing this, the best way to go back is to go back to home and with this, so that all of them, they are on the same level, and then you can go back and you can be able to read them, or you can click direct, which open in the edit mode, so you will be able to edit. But otherwise you can do click this, they come back here, they are all one level back, and you can be able to see that, okay? And you can rotate in 3D space, choose what you are missing. uh, it's up to you, man. It's up to you, but native AI application is the way to go. Tell me if you have any feedback, any question, any comment. Let's build the native AI application going forward. No more application, no more chatbots, no more things that are not necessarily solving problems. We want to make sure that AI is being used in a different way and all happening without somebody putting the AI in our face. Like, AI, no. Everything is happening here. AI is doing things on the background on this particular application. And the good thing is, everything that AI is doing is for the purpose of making you or making me more smart about the information that I have taken note about. That's why we are making sure that you can be able to use local models. Why that's necessary? Because if it's local models, you can be able to control where the data are going. So let's say you don't want to share information about what note you are taking, because maybe you want to be smart and private, which is the key things when it comes to smartness, when it comes to knowledge, understanding. Sometimes you need to be knowledgeable but private, which is good, which is the way to go. With any philosopher will advise you to go that route. So if you do that, then maybe you say, okay, I don't want to use ChatGPT, I don't want to use Quen, I don't want to use any public AI provider. No, I want to use local models. Then you have that. And that is where, because all this data is in your local device and you are using AI which is locally provided. So what the limit? But don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Tell other people what we are doing. Tell other people to think now on the another level of application, no longer the same way. And what I'm thinking now, which is going to be the next way, is to build this application and another twin application, because this is going to have the twin application for mobile view. So when you, or mobile desktop. So when you moved from one device to another device, you should be able to track your data. You should be able to have your data with you all the time. But not only that, when you have changed, when you are using your mobile, especially for Android user, we are connecting it to one of our keyboard that we build, which is also native keyboard, native AI keyboard that you can use on your Android device. We move toward that because that's the only way to use, to navigate, and to be able to maintain the data that you are sharing, the data that you are providing, to be managed by you at the end of the day. So yeah, we are connecting that with one of the keyboard that is powered by AI also. So you'll be able to use that soon. I can show you now, but I will show you when we move that specifically, because yeah, I will show you that when we are at that particular bridge. But yeah, so we are moving that, but also we are going to build another app that you can be able to see, to view specifically with a specific domain. So at the end of the day, your data should be with you. You are remaining, or always you are smart. And also, another part that interests me, which is in the pipeline, is different way of these notes. So the current format is only text, but if you look at in our pipeline, we have audio, we have video, we have slide. So when you are taking note, the note will be able, you'll be choosing, how should I keep the note? Should I keep the note as audio? Should I keep the note as video? Should I keep the note as slide. Why this unnecessary? Remember, all of this we are doing the note is to help us to be able to learn more, to be able to become smarter, because that's the reason the AI is here, to make us more smart and more knowledgeable. So maybe you don't like to read, maybe you don't like to go through the content, so you can press the button. Default note saving is audio, so whatever you save as a note is saving as audio. Look at that, think about that possibility. You get all the notes and you listen to them as audio, but when you were saving that note, you just went here and you saw this. You saw what? You saw this particular page and you saved this as save page as a note. But when you go to your note dashboard, you have audios only, or you have videos only, or you have slides only. So all of this is to help you, or to help the user to become smart, and smart. Yes. So tell me what you think. Tell me what you see you using this application for. But if you have any question, if you have any feature related that you think we can include in our pipeline, shoot it. Yeah, until next time. See you tomorrow. Stop by, but like, comment, subscribe, follow us. We are on TikTok, we are on Facebook, we are on Twitter. Yeah, follow us. Let's keep the conversation going. Native AI application is the way to go. Yep.